So, my name is Eddie, and I'm going to be interviewing you today.
Great.
So, why is the theme of this unit how we organize ourselves?
Well, it's just great for learning news about, learning about social media and how to do one thing and then post it into the world and ask people how can we do this, and then just right that was my question right there.
Interesting. How about moving on to the next question?
Okay, I feel great about that.
How does social media affect how we access, process, and share information?
Well, before like 1950, I believe, they didn't really have any questions, so they literally had to like walk out a couple miles to ask people about how to do something. And with Facebook and Twitter on our side, and Skype even, maybe even Gmail, that we can just send out a post or a tweet or maybe even ask somebody, so do you know anything about this thing, or do you know anything about that, or do you know anything about this or that, this and that? So I think it's just great that we have that, and I think it just affects our lives differently. It helps us learn new things and help us, do a bunch of different things.
Great. What was the passion that you shared in your blog?
Movie making. I just really wanted to learn how to make like a real movie kind of thing. Like, for example, like someone walks in and then he needs to talk. I actually learned how you don't move the camera. You don't move the camera. You would actually stop it and then film it to the other person speaking. And I learned how to film downwards. It gives them much more peace kind of thing. And sharing it on my blog and plus it helped me a lot because I met Mark and Greg, who knew a lot about movie making. And so, yeah.
How did you connect with others on social media?
Well, I use my blog, in fact, for help to reach out to the school, to reach out into our school to find anybody. And I found Mark and Greg, and they were a big help with me. They taught me actually actors things like, you never smile in a take or anything.
How did you think social media helps people connect with others with a similar interest?
Well, like I said before, like maybe I can type in on Facebook what I'm feeling like and can type in, hey, so like I can put out a tweet to the world. Hey, does anybody know anything about movie making? And then possibly like this one guy from Africa will like pop up and say, oh, I do. And I think that's how I can connect with it. Or someone from like Kenya.
Very interesting. How does social media affect people's involvement in politics?
Well, that's a tough question right there. Like for example, let's say Obama. He wants to talk politics. Yeah. Sorry, I just messed up there. So let's say, well, it's really hard to really talk to politics because they're busy.
What about how does social media affect consumers?
Well, I actually watched a video on this. This one girl was looking for buying a car, and then she didn't want to go to the website. She didn't want to go to the website to search for it. Maybe she'll go onto a blog and see what they like about it. Like pretend I want to go buy a smart car. And if I go on their website, they're going to say, oh, well, it's the greatest thing ever. Maybe I could go to a different site and say, hey, what do you think about Honda cars? Or maybe even put it on Facebook. And they'll possibly say, oh, well, in my opinion, I really didn't like the smart car because, I have children and plus it's really expensive and I would have to fit like 5 people in the front seat.
That's nice. Do you have any questions, comments?
Yeah. No. No, sorry. No. No.